In this video, I want to discuss everything that's happened since this video that I made regarding life update, everything that happened at the care home, everything that's happened since I've actually moved here and since that I uploaded that video. And I kind of want to update you guys on all of it, keep it pretty transparent, let you guys know how I've been handling everything. So if you guys are interested, make sure to stick around. What's up, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Serge. Welcome to the channel. To all my reoccurring viewers, thank you so much for all the love and support that you guys have been showing this channel. It has been a crazy few weeks for me, and I'm just going to plug a few things before I jump into this video. So make sure to go check out the podcast, the God Made podcast. It's in the link down below. Click on the link. It will take you to all these different links, including the Facebook group, also the Legion Assisted Living Academy, if you guys are interested in that. So make sure to go check that all out. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video. So as many of you know, I actually moved into my care home due to some certain things that happened with my previous caregiver, and then also me having 3 vacancies, quite a bit of vacancies, normally what I'm not used to, and I was down to 1 resident. And so with that, I actually came back to the facility, moved in here. I'm still here, and I plan on actually staying here regardless of me filling my beds. And the reason being is because I feel as if I'm actually here at the facility, I'm noticing that I actually focus on a lot more things than I did before, and I actually get a lot more done regarding everything with the assisted living. Instead of me being away and really not getting as much done as I would like to, because I'm not here as often as I would have liked before. So what I'm noticing is that I've, in a sense, gotten accustomed to actually just staying here and living here, and it's really not a big deal for me. For other people, that's not really what the path that they want to go down if they do get into this industry, and that's completely fine. It's all up to each one of you to make that decision. And sometimes there will be times where you have to go in and cover some shifts, but hopefully that doesn't happen to you. But you know, it is part of the business. It's what you sign up for once you get into this industry. Once you scale with more homes, you probably won't run into the situation as much, especially if you got managers who will be able to go in and cover those shifts. But like I said, you guys are all here for my journey and getting to see really everything that I'm going through regarding my journey. And I would be the first to say that it has not been easy by any means of me coming here, moving here completely by myself, doing this entire business venture by myself, handling everything by myself. Made a lot of mistakes. I'm not perfect, but I also learned from those mistakes, and that's what's most important, is the lessons that you learn from each mistake that you make. And you know, there are things that you will learn along the way. And so me being here, moving in here and everything, this is just part of my beginning stages. I've been at this for 2 years now, and I would say that it's flown by. I mean, it seems pretty insane to think about at the end of the day how far God has brought me and how far He is taking me. And I have no doubt in mind that God has big plans, not only for me, but for each and every single one of you. And I'm excited to just share this entire journey and to give God all the glory for it. And with that, I just kind of want to touch on what I've actually done these past few weeks. So once I actually moved in here and everything, obviously I still kept filming videos for you guys. I still kept in touch with the Facebook group, also with my students. Everything that I normally do, I still do all that, just not as much as I would have liked to. Because a lot of my attention was on getting these beds filled, because obviously I do have monthly reoccurring expenses that need to be covered, and therefore, you know, that comes first, because if I don't get those beds filled, well, ultimately my business fails, or I end up coming out of pocket for those expenses, which is not what you want to do. And so that was where my main focus was. So what did I do? How did I essentially tackle this situation with filling my beds? And with the holidays, I would still get calls regarding certain residents and I would still see a couple different leads here and there. So I wouldn't say that the holidays really hinder you filling your beds, because what I've noticed with everything that I've been doing is that there's waves. There's waves of when there's absolutely silence. Like nobody's calling you for any type of referrals, nothing. If you have any vacancies, nothing. You won't even get a call for, like, I don't know, few weeks, maybe a couple days, whatever the case is. But when you have vacancies, there'll be a wave where you just don't get any calls, and it seems like, well, it's a slow season. But then and then there's a wave where you'll just get calls back to back. I mean, there's been that's just what's happened. And usually it's kind of ironic, because like once you're filled, I feel as if that's when all the calls start coming in to see if you have any vacancies available. That's just from my experience. But regardless, though, you just have to weather through them, and you have to just keep going forward. So what I've done was just pretty much reach out to everyone I know, letting them know, updating them on my vacancies weekly, if not twice a week, at the beginning and at the end of the week, just so they know. And so that's what I would do. And then at the same time, you just have to be patient. You have to just be patient and just have faith that all the pieces will come together and everything will fall into place. And that's what I did. So I kept reaching out. And then with the holidays, I did have a reliever just come relieve me so I can go spend the holidays with my girlfriend and her family. And so I did that. And then in the meantime, I just paid out of pocket what I had to pay in order to just cover my expenses. And that sucks. That's not really like the best thing for a business to have to do, especially as the owner. But there are going to be months, and if not years, and this whole entrepreneur thing is not easy. And I just want each of you to know that. If you guys are thinking, well, my 9 to 5, it's comfortable, it's predictable, it's boring, and I want to pursue this entrepreneur thing, which is all fine and dandy. That's great. That's really inspiring. But understand there's a price to pay for when you do decide to go down this journey. And I have to pay that price, but at the end of the day, it's worth it for me. And if at the end of the day it's worth it for you, then you will do it. There shouldn't be any hesitation. And like I said, this business is not for everybody. Especially just entrepreneurship in general is not for everybody. You have to just keep pushing, and you have to just keep going and not give up. And God really came through, and He always has. That's one thing that I could say. My faith has really, really kept me humble, and it's also gotten me through some really, really tough times. And God has come through every single time, especially this time. Now I'm at full occupancy. I filled all my beds. And so God gets all the glory for that. And I'm very thankful that God gave me the opportunity to keep going and to get these residents in here. And I know that He will always take care of me. I know that He will never forsake me, and He will not forsake each of you. Just know that as long as your intentions are in the right place when you start this entire business venture, or just anything, really, if your intentions are in the right place and you let God handle all your burdens, all your worries, all your stress, it will turn out fine. It will be okay. And so now what I'm really doing is interviewing caregivers. I mean, that is another hurdle that I got to jump over and take care of, is hiring caregivers. And I'm at a point where, I need to look to get some extra help in order for me to continue doing everything that I'm doing with this channel, with the students, with everything else. I do need to delegate that task of everyday caregiving. Yes, I'll still be here to help them out. I'll still be here to guide them if they need it. But at the same time, I need to make sure that I take care of myself, and that I take care of what I need to take care of on a daily basis. And so that's where I'm at with everything, guys. That's pretty much my life update. For me, it feels like it's just been crazy. And also another thing that I've done is apply for Medicaid, so government assistance for my residents. That way I can take all tech approved residents into the home, which is just the Medicaid approved residents into my home. I can pick and choose, how many beds I want to be Alltech approved. So I already applied for that, and that's what I've been working on top of everything else, just so I can have that option for if I do get, like, for instance, that's 2 residents that I got, eventually down the road, they will be rolling over onto the Medicaid program. And so they do need to be into a Medicaid approved home. And that's where, I come into, that's where the whole, like, me applying for the entire Medicaid contract and everything comes into play, because once they do roll over into the Medicaid program, they will need to be into that Medicaid approved home. So therefore, I'm just trying to stay on top of all that and make sure that I do what's best for the residents and their family, and that, yeah, I go out of my way to do that. And it's more of a preference thing if you want to go and get contracted through Medicaid, or if you just want to stay completely private pay, you can be both private pay and Medicaid contracted. So it's really up to each care homeowner what they want to do, and how they handle that and what type of residents that they take. So here we are, and that's what I've done. And so that usually takes about a month to 3 months, give or take. Depends on, you have to just stay on top of everything and make sure that they've gotten your application, that you've sent everything is filled out correctly, and that you do it all right. So really, that's where I'm at with everything, guys. And I do really appreciate all the love and support that you guys have shown me in the Facebook group, and also on this channel. Honestly, I do this for you guys, and it's really cool to just have this community of people that have come together on this whole entire journey of mine, and me being on your guys' journey and getting to see all the different successes that you guys are having with everything, and seeing the progress that each and every one of you are making. So it's really cool to see all these different things in the Facebook group. So guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Again, go check out the God Made podcast, where I talk just more about my personal life, and then also go check out the Facebook group if you haven't yet. And then also feel free to check out the Academy. I will link that link down below, and then it'll take you to all the different things, and you just click wherever it is you want to be sent to, and then from there you'll get to whatever page you have in mind. Anyways, guys, thank you again for all the love and support that each and every single one of you has shown me. God bless all you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. God bless.